My friend, we need to hear your story, Adam.
All right, we're getting straight into it.
Yeah, dude, let's get right into the story because it sounds like there's a good one.
Yeah, it's just the classic go to the movies on a Wednesday and get stabbed in the throat story. Just the classic one.
Classic. You know? I mean, that happens to all of us. So.
Totally. But yeah, let me rewind a bit here. So basically, everything that I do in my life all started with this aspect, and it's all to save my life because, long story short, I was up looking for housing for a job I accepted after I graduated college in like the San Francisco area. I was staying with my aunt, and she says, "You know, Adam, you have to be out of the house for 8 hours. I have clients coming over." And so I don't know anyone in the area. I'm like, what am I supposed to do for 8 hours? You know, I'm just trying to kill time.
That's a long time to kill.
I know, exactly. So I go bowling with the one person I knew up there, still had 4 hours to kill. I was like, you know, I'll go watch a movie by myself. It's like a Wednesday, 2:00, whatever. And so I'm sitting down, movie started, and I'm just eating my popcorn, chilling, watching a movie. And then all of a sudden, I feel a hard hit to my throat. And I was like, whoa, like this person hit me hard. Like I grew up with 3 older brothers, and I was like, this guy knows how to hit. That was literally my first thought. And I was like, okay. And so I stood up and I was like, dude, what the hell? And then I felt another hit to my arm and chest. So I was like, all right, screw this guy. So I turn around and I push him. And as I push him, I feel a cut on my wrist and ear. And instantly, I knew I got stabbed. Those weren't punches. Yeah. So I took off my shirt and started yelling, I've been stabbed. And I started covering up where I've been stabbed. You can literally see the scar mark right there. So this guy stabbed me in the throat, arm, and chest with a chef knife. You know, the ones that get bigger, closer to the handle?
Yeah.
It went halfway through my throat, punctured my lung, and like almost out the other side in my arm. Holy cow. So I'd say like what happened was like these 2 older women come running up and they're like, okay, what should we do? I was like, just put pressure on my neck. And then I hear someone say, should we call 911? And I'm sitting there bleeding out. Am I allowed to cuss on here?
First of all, go for it.
And then I say, yeah, you should fucking call 911. If you don't call 911 in this situation, when the fuck would you? I'm bleeding out yelling this. I was like crazy. I was just like losing my mind. I was so pissed off. I was like, I'm telling these older people to put pressure on my neck. I'm telling these people like call 911.
Why am I the one in charge in this situation?
Yeah, someone help me, man. And so then like my perception at times is a little distorted, but I say like 5 minutes comes and then paramedics come and they start asking me all these questions. What year is it? What's your name? And I'm like, I know you're making sure I'm conscious, aware of what's going on, but like, shut up and just save my life. I don't want to be answering, oh, who's president right now? Like, no, save my life. How about that, president?
You're like, is this not obvious what happened here?
Yeah, exactly. And so then they're like, all right, let's get him up on the stretcher. And so they lift me up, and it was the most excruciating pain of my life. It felt like worse than actual stabbing when I got stabbed, like when they moved me, because I didn't have the adrenaline in there.
Yep.
I was like, holy shit, this hurts. And then they have one person in the front right, one on the front left, one back right, one back left. And so I was in like the 4th row from the back. There was like 20 rows. And I say this because the person in the front right steps over a row of chairs, and I feel all my wounds worse than getting stabbed. Front left, same thing. Back right, same thing. So for every row there was, I felt like I got stabbed in all those spots 4 times. And so I just remember looking at the ceiling, like trying not to scream. I was like using everything. I was this is the most pain I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
And so then we make it to the like outside, and I remember like making eye contact with this woman. She was looking at me like, what the fuck just went down in there? And I get in the ambulance and I start to calm down a little bit. I'm like, okay, the paramedics got me. They know what to do. And as soon as I get that thought, I feel a cold rush through my entire body. And that's when I dawned on me. I was like, I could die. I lost a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And the paramedics, they put an oxygen mask on me. And I'm like, remember, do not fall asleep in this situation. You're not supposed to fall asleep. 5 seconds later, I'm knocked out. Like whatever they did to me knocked me out. And I wake up 7 days later from an induced coma, and like I was broken. Physically, I lost every ounce of muscle I had from years of weightlifting. I was living off tubes, first of all. You unplug those tubes, you literally unplugged my life. And yeah, it's just, I was just broken physically. My legs forgot how to work. Literally couldn't even use them anymore. Living off tubes, I couldn't speak, and lost all the muscle I had from years of weightlifting. And it was even worse because like, I remember I was always so tired. I couldn't even finish eating a meal. I'd literally have to nap to eat a meal because I'd fall asleep on my plate. And so I was just in this really broken spot. And so in a nutshell, that's my story.
In a nutshell, he says. Dude, that's a story, my friend. So it sounds like your whole like journey to this peak performance that you teach other people is started there. Is that right?
Yeah, so I had some information about it before about health and nutrition, but like I was at this point where I was like questioning, can I really run a business anymore? Like,
Mhm.
or is my potential going to rot away with my ambitions? Should I just
Yeah.
give up in my life? Like, what is going to go on? I can't even think clearly. I can't solve an equation like 11 times 11. And so it kind of stemmed. I was like, I can either give up, quit on my potential, quit on my life, and feel like a shadow of the man I should be for the rest of my life, or I can find a solution. And so I started learning how to really optimize human performance, how we can use nutrition to boost our energy levels, our mental alertness, how to do exercises that deliver more oxygen to your brain so you think clearly, everything from A to Z, and a lot of everything from A to Z essentially. But yeah, that's ultimately what got me into this path.
Wow.